I'm so glad to be on here today, this morning for the YouTube Influence Challenge. Shout out where you're watching from. I'm so glad to be connecting with you guys. Grow your YouTube. First time welcome. My name is Mark. I am a entrepreneur. I help people grow their online influence and bring gospel influence wherever they are in every sector of society. And today, what I want to do, I want to talk to those of you who are looking to get started with scaling, get started with growing, get started with what I would call building your YouTube influence. Because how many of you guys know that YouTube is a very profitable online platform? How many of you guys know that YouTube is a very profitable online platform? And if you are a creator, my encouragement to you is to get serious with YouTube, because YouTube will pay you to post on their platform. But before I even get into that, I want to welcome those of you who are here. This is absolutely amazing that we get to spend some time together to coach you, to um, what I would call pour into you, to help realign you. There are people here who want to grow fast. There are people here who want to build a massive YouTube influence. And there are those of us who are here who want to turn their content into cash. If that's you, go ahead and let me know in the chat that's you. I'm looking to support you, to help you, to encourage you to build what's always been the thing that you wanted to build. That, like, let's be honest, guys, there are some of us who are here. You've always wanted to build your YouTube influence. You've always wanted to build a YouTube channel. You knew how much YouTube could pay you, YouTube could help you, and YouTube has helped me in so many ways. I remember when I first started on YouTube. As a matter of fact, it was back in 2020. Well, my channel's been live since 2012, but I didn't start taking my YouTube journey seriously until 2020. Y'all remember COVID days? When COVID hit, I was like, man, I might as well. We're home all day. I ain't got nothing to do. Let me go ahead and just build and post content. Not knowing what I was doing, I just started posting on TikTok, on all the other platforms. And let's just say 6 months into that, I started seeing some traction. I started seeing people grow. I started seeing lots and lots of followers. And I was like, man, maybe I should take this seriously. So 2020 hit. All I did was post shorts, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know nothing about SEO. I didn't know nothing about, how to make clickbait titles and clickbait thumbnails. Fast forward to today, I have what I would call learned a lot, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning. And I think as a person who is looking to grow their YouTube influence, you must always posture yourself in a spirit of learning. Because I think without creating a learning environment for yourself, you will have a hard time actually growing and building. It is learners that earn. Somebody put that in the chat. It is learners that earn. Learners that earn. It is learners that earn. And I realized that 2020 was the best time for me to actually learn YouTube. So what I started doing is I started just posting randomly. I started posting a whole bunch of content. And then after I started posting content, I started learning what works and what does not work, which leads me to the first thing that I think some of you need to take note of. Because if you're trying to build your YouTube influence, trying to grow your YouTube influence, eh, I think you need to first start. Like, I think too many people are stuck in analysis paralysis and don't want to start. And you need to start posting almost anything around your niche. That way you'll discover what style of video works, what type of content your audience likes. Too many people, we get stuck in trying to make things perfect when you should just start, and you will figure it out along the way. And before I even get into it, because what I want to talk to you guys about today is um how to build your YouTube channel to make sure that it's profitable. How to build a YouTube channel that is profitable and influential. So I think it first starts with having a niche. And most of the times I realize that there are people who don't really know their niche, don't know what to talk about, don't know what topic to focus on. I've been there. I think it first starts with you going deep and asking yourself, what am I passionate about? What do I like to talk about? And what can I talk about without studying? I think if you start there, you will start realizing, okay, I'm passionate about fitness, or I'm passionate about, making money. I'm passionate about Jesus. I don't know what it is that you're passionate about, but I think if you first start with that, then you will begin to discover your niche. And one thing that I would encourage you to do if you're going to pick a niche is to pick a niche within these three categories: health, wealth, and relationships. I'm going to say it again. If you're going to pick a niche within these three categories: health, wealth, and relationship. I'm going to say that again: health, wealth, and the relationships. As a matter of fact, type that in the chat if you can: health, wealth, and relationships. What's up, Benjamin? It's good to see you. What's up, Bruce? Health, wealth, and relationships. When you focus on those three niches, what will happen is you'll begin to discover that so many people are drawn to that. You know how many people are drawn to how to get better with their health? Many people. That niche is never going to die. You know how many people want to get better with relationships? A lot of people. That ain't never going to die neither. There are people who love to get their finances in order. That ain't never gonna die neither. This is why I tell you to pick a niche within those categories, because these are the most profitable. And you can find a sub niche or a subcategory within those niches to start creating content around. I like to tell everybody, if you're not passionate about it, don't make post about it, because you're gonna need the longevity and the endurance to continue to create content around the thing that you're passionate about. And so that's my advice to you. You need a niche, but you also need a content strategy. And I think your content strategy has everything to do with the people that you're trying to reach and the problem that you're trying to solve. If you're going to create content, your content must meet a need and solve a problem. Somebody type that in the chat. When you're building content out and you're creating content on YouTube or any platform, but since we're talking about YouTube, you must create content that meets a need or solves a problem. And I've met too many creators, too many YouTubers, too many people that I know who are just creating content for themselves when you should be creating content for the people that you're trying to reach and the people that you want to add value to. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? So you need to create content that meets a need and solves a problem. That needs to be the big part of your content strategy. You do not have a content strategy if it doesn't speak to your audience in some way, shape, or form. And what I mean by that is your content must speak to your audience in some way, shape, or form. Your audience must feel like you're adding value. Your audience must feel like you're solving their problems. Is that making sense? Is that making sense, y'all? So the reason why I'm talking to you guys about that, I see you guys in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Nina, God bless you. You just joined. I'm glad you're here. This is how you build. This is how you grow. This is how you scale. You have to have a content strategy in order to build YouTube influence. So think about your audience and think about, okay, what does my audience like? And what are their pain points? And when you've discovered that, create content that speaks into their pain points or speaks into the thing that they're dealing with. That way, you will know what works and what does not work. Too many YouTube creators are trying to follow what other YouTube creators are doing, and it's nothing wrong with you being inspired by another YouTube creator, but at the end of the day, you're not creating content so that you could be like the next YouTuber that you look up to. You are creating content so that you could make impact in the lives of the people that you're trying to reach. Does that make sense? Type 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 one in the chat if that makes sense. I see you guys in the YouTube chat section. But honestly, we have to get better with creating content that actually meets a need and adds value, that solves problems. This is how you do it. This is how you scale. This is how you build. This is how you create a channel that is profitable. It must add value in some way, shape, or form. Your content strategy must be aligned with your people strategy. I appreciate you, Alton. Alton, I'm glad you're finding this helpful. The last thing that I want to talk to you guys about during this challenge is to double down on posting consistently. And I think what gets in the way of us posting consistently is that we don't have enough content out there in order for us to post on this YouTube platform. And I want to give you something that I know would be very helpful. If you apply it and you do it 6 months from now, you will thank me. And what I think you should do, and here's what I know you should do that will help you get out there on YouTube consistently. You need to batch record your content. You need to batch record your content. What I mean by that is you need to create content like you're mass producing it. So pick a day, maybe a month out from next month, pick a day out of next month and, and record all your content. Record it, edit it, and then schedule them out to be posted on YouTube. And you can commit to that. You can commit to doing that for like 60-second YouTube shorts, or you can do long form content, which I highly agree you should do that. But I know that's not going to be as quick and easy to edit. But if you commit to that, you will get better along the way. And by the way, if you're doing a long form content, you should create that long form content to be at least 8 minutes and 30 seconds long. And the reason why I say that is because YouTube will only count videos that are at least 8 minutes to 30 seconds long. YouTube would count that towards their ads revenue. So any video that is less than 8 minutes and 30 seconds does not count towards the ad revenue that you could be generating. So you must create content, especially if it's long form. It needs to be at least 8 minutes and 30 seconds long. It can't be less than 8 minutes. That's all I'm saying to you. You guys got it? So what we talked about today is you need to have a niche, you need to have a content strategy, and you need to post consistently. Building YouTube influence requires those three things, especially if you want to be successful. Now, too many creators out there just stuck in analysis paralysis, don't want to move, don't want to post, don't know what to post, don't know when to post. I'm telling you, just start and watch what happens. I'm telling you to don't be so caught up in perfection because perfection will get in the way of executing the thing that you're trying to do. You gotta execute. You gotta just do it, y'all. I appreciate your good guitar jams. You like my background because it's dark? Appreciate you. And sometimes and can I say this before I even take some questions? Can I say this? There are a lot of people who fail to start with their YouTube channel because they wanna make sure that they have a certain aesthetic. They wanna make sure, like, you know, my background looks nice, I have a nice camera, a nice mic, all these things. What if you stop focusing on the aesthetics and start focusing on the people that you're trying to reach? What if you just start with your cell phone? When I started with an iPhone 12, and to be honest with you guys, I still post and create content from my iPhone. Although I have a DSLR camera that you see and a mic that you see, lights, all the things, background. I got a nice content studio. Here's the thing, too many of us are waiting to get all of this right in order to start, and what I'm saying is you should just start. Building YouTube influence requires you to start somewhere, and I think you should start with your cell phone. So as long as you have a cell phone and a Wi-Fi connection, you are already qualified to start building YouTube influence. And now that you got AI, which will help you with thumbnail titles and YouTube titles and content ideas, we actually have no excuse. You have no excuse. I have no excuse. We all we need to do is start executing. But I get it. There are people who just need assistance and you just need help. You need guidance. You need direction. I would encourage you if you're on here and you're looking for direction, you're looking for somebody to mentor you, to walk alongside of you, to give you tips, strategy, the the best of the best. I'm opening up space for 1 month, for 1 month only, for those of you who are looking to build your YouTube influence and get mentored by me. I want to create a coaching experience for you that will equip you and teach you the steps and the strategies in order to start building your YouTube influence. And you can start actually right now by investing in yourself. I think the greatest investment that you can do in 2020 for 2026 for 2026 is invest in your YouTube influence. Invest in your YouTube strategy. Invest in trying to build a YouTube channel because this could help you build and grow and scale and make money online. So if you're on here and you want to join my YouTube influence coaching experience, I put a link in in the comment section. I'm gonna put it again. And I would encourage you to join the VIP experience. Join right now. Join right now. Join the VIP experience. That's gonna give you everything that you need in order to start and prepare for 2026. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, in 2026, the people who dominate are gonna be YouTubers. So join the program. The link is right now in the comment section. I added it. All you need to do is click it and join, and you'll be a part of the YouTube coaching experience. I want to help you. I want to equip you. I want to walk alongside of you and helping you grow your YouTube channel, getting started with YouTube, learning the basics, learning the things that you might have not known that, like, I tell people all the time, creating a thumbnail requires psychological skills and some level of expertise. You join, I will teach you about that because 99% of the people who are not doing well on YouTube are literally because they don't know how to create thumbnails that get people to click. I'm gonna teach you that in the YouTube coaching program. Uh, YouTube titles is another thing. You have to learn to create titles that will attract people to say, what is this about? Because if it doesn't stir their curiosity, then you created the wrong title and the wrong thumbnail. Your video might be good, but just because your video is good, it doesn't mean people are gonna click to actually watch it. So I want to teach you that experience. And I also want to teach you what I would call content strategy. So if you're on here and you want to be a part of that, click the link that you see that's in the comment section. It's called YouTube Influence Challenge VIP. You are joining a VIP experience, and I would encourage you to join immediately. Join immediately. Join right now. This will help you and give you a jump start as you're heading into 2026. Because nobody want to be sick and tired of doing the same things over and over and over on YouTube and not seeing results. And I want to help you get results on your YouTube channel. So if you're on here and you want to be a part of that, it's a uh, it's probably one of the best things that you can be a part of. I would join if I were you, and I would do it ASAP because you're gonna get access to me. You're gonna be part of my private community, and there's so many things that I want to teach you that will literally help each and every one of you. Other than that, I will take some questions. Somebody said, "How do I know what I have recorded is the right thing to post?" I want to know if I'm being led correctly. Crystal, that's a great question. I think the quickest way you will know if it's the right thing to post is how your audience is engaging with the content. So it's not really about how you feel about your content, even though that does play a role. It's really about how your audience feels. My question is, how does your audience feel about your content? Are you creating content that reaches them, that adds value to them, that pours into them? I think that's the question that you gotta ask yourself. All right. All right. Well, shout out to those of you who were part of this YouTube influence challenge. This was great. If you're looking to grow and scale and be a part of the YouTube coaching experience, I would encourage you to join right now. Join the YouTube Influence Challenge VIP. Uh, it would probably be the best experience and the best investment that you make before going into 2026. All right, guys, take care. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.